Hello again, it's Ron Anderson with Dirty Locust Garden Center. As you will notice through most of our videos, they are geared for somebody who's just getting started in bonsai, maybe been in bonsai a little bit longer, and then there's some advanced, but most of it is geared for someone who's probably been in bonsai less than 3 to 5 years. And one of the first things that I think I want to discuss when I first started doing videos, this was one of the first Japanese black pines that I did. It's very close to a shohin. And I don't know how it got twisted. There's a big O there, depending on how you look at it, right? Anyway, it's been a year since I decandled it, and I'm gonna decandle it again. Beautiful, beautiful, cool little tree. And this year I'm gonna wire out these pads again. Nice little tree. This is a great example of why we decandle. There's a bunch of reasons, but one of the reasons is we get multiple back budding. And I decandled last year here. And I have 1, 2, 3 new candles from decandling last year. All right, cool. First thunder of the year. Okay, so this video is going to be probably a little bit all over the place, but we're going to cover a few things. All right, so in June, I started working on a black pine. I did some decandling, and then I did a process where you do a little work and you wait a while, and then you do a little work and you wait a while. Anyway, so July, I finished that tree. So you'll see some different pictures prior to this. And then one of the things that you'll notice when you watch our channel is we cover a lot of bonsai basics. So if you watch the videos all the way through, there's little tidbits of information. One of the tidbits that I want to discuss today is the types of wire when you first get involved in bonsai. And I'm not going to lay those out. I'm just going to tell you about them. Okay? I'm going to be wiring this tree that you're going to see in a minute with copper. However, when you first get involved in bonsai, I would not use copper. Stay tuned. Okay, back to what I was saying. I would use aluminum wire, and you can find aluminum wire in sizes 1.5, this is millimeter, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, all the way up to 6. You're probably only going to need sizes 1.5 to maybe 3 when you first get involved in bonsai, okay? The reason you don't use copper, I'm using copper, and I've been doing bonsai a little bit longer, but the reason you don't use copper is it's a waste of money. If you don't know how to use it, I'll just give you a quick little tidbit on what it does. When you twist the copper wire, it work hardens, and so the molecules separate and it becomes hard as rock. With aluminum, it doesn't do that. So when you're first getting involved in bonsai, you don't know how to wire, so you have to learn first. In this episode, we are going to cover some wiring and some styling and design ideas. You know, if you had 1,000 bonsai practitioners, let's call them they were good, I don't know about masters, let's say they were very good in bonsai. Every single one of them would style this tree different. So what I see as a design and a style, somebody else is going to see completely different. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm just laying out the bones of this tree. I'm just setting the structure. I'm bringing the pads out so they can get more light to the interior. I'm taking off the needles off the bottom, and then I'm wiring the pads out so that this starts to begin to look like a bonsai. So this is 2 years now in my care, my training. 2 years. Last year was the first time I decandled and then I wired. This will be the second year, and so we'll see how it looks like, see what it looks like when we're all done. Okay. I am using sizes 14, 16, and 18 to finish this tree. I may need to go a little bit larger, and the numbers are opposite. Numbers are opposite from aluminum. So the aluminum size that I told you earlier, just start with those. After you get really good at wiring, then go to copper. And just know though, after you've unwired or wired copper, it's very hard to unwire and makes it almost useless. So it's better to start with the aluminum wire. So as I'm styling this tree, I have 2 branches that I've decided I don't need. And so I'm going to take this one off right here. You can see this right here. Just getting that wire out of the way. Nothing else was anchored to it, so now I'm going to cut this. I'll clean that up in a little bit. And then I don't think I need this in my design, so I'm going to cut it off also and go into, we're always replacing branches. I'm going to cut that off and go into these smaller branches. There's another long branch on top. I might have left it before to fill in the top, but it's no longer needed. So I would rather have it be a little bare right now than overpower the top of the tree. Now I will wire more of those branches into place. as you see, I propped a little board underneath here to change the angle a little bit. And so I think when I plant this next, I'll change the angle. It looks like it's leaning back a little too far, so I'll change the angle a little bit. And over this last few years, we've actually brought this down a little bit more. This side, this used to be up higher. And yeah, so I think I like that better as a new planting angle. All right, take care. Well, we are done for now. If you look back at some of my oldest videos, actually this is the first video that I ever did a little short on. It's our first short, 2 years ago I think it is. If you look back, all I was doing at that time was cutting off larger branches because as you know, we're always going from larger to smaller. Smaller is always easier to wire. So anyway, check that out. It'll be a lot of fun to see the progression of this. And again, we are done for now. One of the things I want to say is as I'm wiring, if you noticed inside the videos, as I'm wiring, I'm moving the needles out of the way. So we don't want to wire on top of the needles or on top of any foliage if we were doing a juniper. Okay, hope that helps. And we will see you on the next tree. Okay, take care.